help you with something today? Yeah, what time was your appointment? Hmm, I don't seem to find your name. Was it booked under a different name? Hey, angels. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, out of order. Hey, angels. It's Lookin' Bratz, aka Dom. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel in general. On this channel, I love to talk about dolls and especially Bratz. So much Bratz stuff is happening. It's given me a lot to, it's given me a lot of energy. It's given me a lot to like get out of my system, like things to talk about, especially like Bratz news. Like that's always been my thing. So, I'm happy, I'm excited. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. If you don't know already, I run lookinbratz.com, which is the largest Bratz fan site on the internet. And on this website, there's a blog, and I do a bunch of news on it. I do reviews. I do all the stuff on it. And then I also have a database with over 10,000 products, a ton more to be added, tons of updates coming. I've talked about that a lot. And just some cool stuff happening, but also it already has a ton of cool stuff on it, so I definitely recommend checking it out. But we're going to talk about in this video, we're going to talk about Bratz in 2024. So happy New Year. I think I'm uploading this on New Year's Day. So hello, welcome to 2024. I'm so happy to see you here. Glad you made it here. You made it this far. So a lot of stuff is happening. A lot of stuff is happening with Bratz. So right before Christmas time, a ton of stuff was happening with the sort of people were finding Alwayz Bratz dolls in store. And so if you don't know, Alwayz Bratz is a brand new playline collection from Bratz. And it's their first brand new playline collection that's all new designs since 2016, since Instapets, which was a whole other era of Bratz. That was back in 2016, you know? If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And if not, you can go check it out on lookinbratz.com in the database section in the 2015, 2016 pages. But a lot has happened since then, and this is something fans have been asking for a long time. Fans have been asking for new playline, they've been asking for new designs. Ever since 2021, we have been getting reproduction lines. So we got the first edition dolls, we got Series 2 and Series 3, which were reproductions of characters from Bratz past, all of the secondary characters. We got Rock Angels, we got Pretty and Punk, we got Girls Night Out, and in between we've gotten designer dolls. We got the GCDS dolls, Jimmy Paul, Cult Gaia, we got the Kylie Jenner dolls, which was the celebrity dolls, and we also got the Moa Lola dolls, and in between we got Holiday Felicia, actually, who was kind of like a collector doll in a sense. We also got Sweetheart Megan, so those were kind of like half playline, half collector in a sense. It's kind of the equivalent to maybe Barbie Signature, in which it's like a mid-priced collector doll. And did we get any other dolls in between? I don't think we got any other dolls aside from those. But we also got Mini Bratz, and Mini Bratz is, Mini Bratz. And what we're about to get is Alwayz Bratz, which is a huge deal. It's a huge deal, to be honest, because we haven't gotten anything like that in a very long time, and for good reason. I think definitely playline has been I think it's been sorely needed from Bratz, because Bratz cannot survive off of reproductions and designer lines, although it has for the past almost 3 years now. But we're at that point where it definitely feels like the right time for Bratz to seize the moment and give us something new and something exciting. And it's been met with, how do you say, criticism. Some valid criticism, but also some criticism that I don't personally agree with, and that I think is quite rather harsh, which is what I wanted to talk about in this video. But if you didn't know, Alwayz Bratz is out, I believe, January 1st. So today it's January, so Alwayz Bratz should be out. What I am going to preface, though, is that if you cannot find Alwayz Bratz in your stores, and this applies mostly to my United States collectors, just be patient. Just be patient. Do not pay reseller prices. Like, you will find the dolls eventually. They will be in stock online very soon. They're already in stock on the Bratz website and I believe on lolsurprise.com. If you're looking for Amazon links, they are on my website under the brand new Bratz 2024 master post as well as last year's master post. But literally, like, the dolls are mass produced. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to run away from you. You're not going to lose track of them. Unless you wait like 2 or 3 years to buy them, then yes, you might have a more difficult time finding them in a more accessible way. And for my international collectors, I'm going to be honest, I don't know where the dolls are being sold aside from Amazon. So that is why I say check with your local retailers or contact MGA's international offices on their website, mgae.com, just to see if there might be some inkling of news of when the Alwayz Bratz or any new Bratz dolls are showing up in your country. And I am trying to work on a list of countries and which stores offer them. If you saw my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter posts, you may have seen that I put out a call to international fans to provide locations of stores and stuff in their countries of where Bratz are being sold so that I can try to put something together like a master list. So look for that coming soon, hopefully on lookandbratz.com, and hopefully it helps out international collectors. And otherwise, I would say put the pressure on your retailers in your countries to order them, show them that there is demand for Bratz. And another way to show demand is by buying the dolls once they are in store. The retailers are not going to order dolls unless they are being bought up by collectors and fans and kids, whoever the dolls are appealing to. So again, it's all business at the end of the day. It's not that, like, you know, it's not intentionally inaccessible, but it's going to be inaccessible if there's no support shown. So keep that in mind. Alwayz Bratz. I have a lot of thoughts and feelings, and I started talking about it on Twitter a little bit, but I felt like it was best to sort of express yourself in a video, because I do have a lot of thoughts and feelings. I am going to just pull up some stuff because now it's been like a week, I think, since since I even talked about this. So Alwayz Bratz started showing up at Walmart in the United States, and ever since then, there has been so much that has happened. That was December 21st, like 4 days before Christmas. Out of nowhere, Alwayz Bratz starts popping up in Walmart stores in California, because California tends to get things first because that's where MGA is located. So I think it was just natural that, you know, they showed up there first. And they're gonna make their way through the US. Do not worry if you're a US collector, you're gonna get those dolls. Just be patient. Just be patient. They may have not even made it to you yet, so just be patient. Like, you know, like it's this happens every time. And I'm telling you, there is nothing to worry about. So, Alwayz Bratz, the original artwork leaked earlier in 2023. I want to say mid-2023. People were very confused about what it was, and it ended up being artwork for these new dolls. And so, of course, we have the core four: Yasmin, Chloe, Sasha, and Jade. Yasmin's look is based off of a designer look, and I'm forgetting which one, but I see it posted a lot, and Ice Spice actually wore this look once, and it looked really good. So I will say Yasmin's doll, I really do love. I do have my criticisms of it, though. Like, I do think it could have been a little... I think it's the Bratz body. I think I'm looking at the dolls right now on my computer, so if you see me like looking up and down, that's why. But I do think the pieces could have been a little bit better constructed, and I think a lot of it has to do with the current Bratz body. I do think it's a little bit archaic, and it doesn't flatter the body. Like, the clothes don't flatter the bodies very well, or the bodies don't flatter the clothes. So I do feel like sometimes, like, the clothes look a little too baggy on current Bratz, and I wish that they would change the body sculpt a little bit to like really make the clothes look flattering to the body types. I do think, though, a lot of these dolls are getting chunkier heels these days, and I think that does help the clothing just a little bit. bit, but I still think that there could be a lot of work there. I will say though, I think the face is gorgeous, and I'm seeing a lot of criticism about the face. I will say I've seen a few wonky ones here and there, but I do love the eyes. I think the eyelashes, like the kind of inward eyelashes, look really good. Definitely a callback to the Tokyo A Go-Go dolls and those screenings. It feels like a mixture of Tokyo A Go-Go with Wintertime Wonderland Yasmin. I definitely see a lot of that. The makeup palette is giving me Wanted Yasmin from 2005, who uses the Wintertime Wonderland Yasmin screening. So I'm getting a lot of callbacks here, and of course the eyebrows are more modern, but I like the modern eyebrow. I think it makes sense because these are meant to be modern dolls, which we'll talk about in just a second. The fabric of the shirt, the overshirt, I should say, because there's actually two shirts on this doll. There's like the sort of laced up shirt, which I think the fabric could have been possibly a little bit better. I kind of wish the stripes were smaller, and I think that's what's making this piece look a little bit bulky. The skirt maybe could have been a little bit better constructed just to go with the top a little bit better. But otherwise, I do like this look a lot. She does have an undershirt, and I'm going to try to include a picture here somewhere. The undershirt is like a purple paisley halter top, and it's pretty cute. I like it, honestly. Like, it's cute. But the bodies that they're using, I should go back to that, are the 2018 bodies, which is the 2001 torso with movie arms, and then the hand is the 2013 articulated body hand, which in itself is a scaled down version of the Moxie Teens hand from 2010. So a lot of stuff going on there. But overall, I do like Yasmin. I love her hair. I do kind of wish with the wolf cut, they kind of went more for like the face framing bangs here. Like the Heim, is it called a Heim bang? I don't know. But it's like the bangs here and then like bangs here and then the curly hair, I think. Like the artwork, because the artwork has that. But I do think she's a fun doll. I definitely think that there are things that could be worked on. And I guess I'll just say, I think this is like the topic that everybody kind of has on their mind with the Alwayz Bratz dolls, is that they come with accessories over second outfits. And this is, again, like a huge risk when you consider that Bratz really is known for having oftentimes two outfits. And of course, the core series lineups and all of the theme dolls have had two outfits each. Even the designer dolls had two outfits each. And in this case, we only get one outfit and we get 10 accessories per doll. So Yasmin has sunglasses, nail polish, a blush compact. I believe that is a necklace. She also has earrings that she's wearing. She comes with a smoothie with the hand grip, and she has a cell phone, which has artwork of, I believe, Bridget from the Bratz Pets Cats. And I think that's such a cute touch, a nice little callback there. I love, love, love that. And she also comes with a plastic handbag. Some people are judging the plastic handbag. I personally don't really care. I think, and I'll get into this in a bit. She also comes with the hairbrush, and a lot of people are like, why isn't it the star hairbrush? And I think people are forgetting that this is the original Bratz hairbrush from 2001. Although I will agree, I do like the star brush a little bit better, but I do think the brushes in general are kind of a useless piece of plastic. They're kind of just, I don't know, a throw-in accessory. I would have preferred them to have a stand. To be honest, it would have been cool if they had stands that were colored to their palettes instead. And she comes with a poster, and the poster is their artwork. Some people have bought the dolls already. They've posted it. I'm sure by the time this video gets posted, a lot of people will have seen the dolls and reviews of them. I don't have the dolls yet, so I do have some other dolls though. We'll talk about those soon. But I like the accessories. I do wish, though, I really do wish we got a second outfit, or maybe like a few better accessories, something that made the dolls a little bit more substantial. Overall, though, I think the doll is a gorgeous doll. Packaging design, packaging design is the packaging design. I don't like the font they used on the front of the package for the character names. It is very, very basic. I don't know why they went with that font, because on the back side of the box, you'll see that there's the artwork, there's the description of the doll, and they use the dollhouse font that is used typically for Bratz character names. So I don't know why they don't use it on the front of the box as well. It seems like such an odd thing to give them such a basic font on the front. Maybe it's a test to see if people are more drawn to it, but for me, I feel like Bratz has such fun typography that it really is a disadvantage to not use it on current releases. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up. And then the fonts they use on the inside is the same font, like on the cardboard cutouts. And I don't know, it's a little bit odd. And they're doing that funky thing where they like will do, for the poster inside blister cutout, it'll be like some letters are capitalized and then random ones will be lowercase. I don't understand it. It's fun, I guess, but whatever. Like, I'm not stressing too much about it, but what I will say, I love the sides of the box. Now, I do wish that the character artwork was on the front of the box, but thinking back on it, the fact that there's character artwork on the sides of the box feels so smart to me, because it has that extra oomph in it. The character artwork on the side of the box, like if you see that on shelves, and I'm telling you, when I go to Walmart or something, like the first thing I'm seeing is the sides of the box, and oftentimes Walmart aisles tend to be a little bit overcrowded with toys. So a lot of them will get stacked on each other. So if I'm seeing the side of the box and I see that gorgeous artwork, which I do have a few notes about, I'm very excited if I'm seeing the side of that box, and I'm intrigued by that artwork. So I do think that may have been, I don't know if it was strategic actually, but it felt strategic. And I like that touch. And I think when you put the boxes on the sides like that, and you see all the artwork, it's gonna look really cool when you put that on shelves. So I love that actually, even though I do wish the artwork was on the front as well. The back of the box is fine. I like it. I like the artwork. I like the fact that they're using better typography and fonts on it. And something I've noticed and some people have pointed out is that all the core girls, they are not being advertised together. There is no instance of the 4 girls' artworks together, and that's something that feels so unusual to me. I don't know if that's like an intentional thing, but you know what? We're just gonna roll with the punches there. I don't know what's up with that. The logo is fine. The logo we've known about because of the Alwayz Bratz series, which is on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So if you are looking forward to watching those are also on my website under the City Cinema webpage that is in the Stylesville Central section. I organized all of the Bratz episodes on there for anybody looking to watch them in order. And yeah, I like Yasmin. I have those notes though about like the packaging and stuff, and that applies to all of the dolls. I feel like the accessories are also just kind of oddly laid out in each of the packaging, and yeah, some things I would change there. But overall, like, I'm still like very much in awe of it all. Like, I don't know. I'm very excited. I'm excited to experience these dolls in person because I'm getting FOMO watching people get them. I'm like, oh, I need those dolls. I need those dolls now. And something else about the artwork, I just feel like the heads are a little too big. That's my only thing though. They look very, very disproportionate compared to the dolls. And I like that they updated the art style though. From the original artwork we saw, I'm glad they updated the art style. But what's funny though is that my friend Zach found sweatpants at Walmart the day that all the stuff was happening with the dolls coming out in stores, and it had that old artwork on it. So I guess maybe there wasn't enough time to change the artwork on licensed products, but I'm glad that the official final dolls at least got that updated artwork. I think it was much needed. And honestly, the artwork, like, it feels a lot fresher compared to what we saw earlier in 2023. So moving on to Chloe. This one's funny because I love this doll. I love this doll, and I have to say I can't find anything wrong with her design. At first I was a little skeptical just because it's a lot of denim, but it feels very Chloe. The boots slash the shoes. So she has like heels on, and then she has like those denim leg warmers. That is a very popular style of shoe at the moment, and some people were criticizing this and being like really weird, like, oh, like this isn't normal. Like, who would wear something like that? But I think a lot of people are failing to realize that these are supposed to be modern Bratz dolls. These aren't meant to be Y2K Bratz dolls. If you want a Y2K Bratz doll, either buy an old one off of eBay or go buy a reproduction, because I don't know what else to tell you. I think a lot of people who have this idea of Bratz stuck in their head, and I've talked about this before, people see Bratz as like this 2000s Y2K thing, but tell me why. In 2024, why would there be a Bratz doll, a new Bratz doll, with a new design? Why would it be Y2K? Bratz was always about trend setting and trend forecasting, meaning they were always on with the trends. They were always up to date with what was in fashion. So it wouldn't make sense, even though there has been a bit of a Y2K revival, and I think it's fine to incorporate some of those elements, it just doesn't make sense because it's supposed to be what the Bratz personal styles are today in 2024. So think about it. That's my biggest qualm with a lot of the criticism, is that people have a very different idea of what Bratz is, and if you cannot accept Bratz for wanting to grow, I think growth is needed in every single brand. Not every brand can stay stuck in what it used to be. It needs to evolve with the times. That's why we've seen Bratz evolve so many times, in its worst and its best times, honestly. So it's no different here. But anyways, Chloe, I do think, is a very, very stunning doll. Her face is stunning, but what I'm noticing is that there are variants of Chloe's face, and I think there's going to be variants of all of their faces, but it's been the most prevalent with Chloe because my friend Aaliyah Dolls found, I believe it was Aaliyah Dolls who found them, but she posted a side-by-side of one Chloe with a little bit of a weird face and then another Chloe with a really snatched, stunning face with these juicy lips and these very gorgeous eyes. Like, it looked all great. So I do think there's going to be stamp slash tampo slash sticker words, the sticker method, the tampo method. And that is like the least desirable method to a lot of people, and that is like, I think, a lot of what has been being used in like the final production dolls of recent Bratz, and for the 2015 dolls, those were also tampo. So it's not necessarily a horrible method to use when applying the face, but it's definitely not the most ideal for a Bratz head. And there are some dolls that appear to have sprayed faces, which is the majority of the Chloes I have seen. So I guess it might just, maybe, hopefully it's a minority batch. Like, there's not a ton with the tampo faces, and there are more dolls with these sprayed faces, because the sprayed faces look gorgeous, stunning. Chloe's screening is giving me a flipped twins Roxy screening, to be honest. Like, that's the vibe it's giving off. And I think she's really stunning. Her makeup looks stunning. It's very neutral, but also that like deep red lip. I'm loving that. Her accessories, I really do like. She has hair clips, a necklace, 2 nail polishes, or I think one of them is actually a lip gloss, sorry. And she has a makeup compact, and she has a phone with the lips on it. And she has these sunglasses, like these cat eye sunglasses, and I really love those. Those are very, very cute. She also has a plastic purse, which kind of is like a like a quilted purse, like it would represent a quilted material. She also comes with a brush and a poster. She has a denim scrunchie. I love that. She has earrings, of course. I think overall, she might be one of my fave dolls from this collection. She's a very, very strongly designed doll, and I'm digging her. I like her. She also has like this like pearl chain, like a faux pearl chain on her skirt. I like her. I like her a lot. I love her top too. Her top is really cool, but it's a one-piece top. So keep that in mind, that it's like a tube top and then it's connected with these straps, and it has angel wings on it. And I think it's a really cute design. I'm really loving her. I think she's really, really cute. I don't mind her at all, actually. Some things maybe like with like the method they use for the face, like, hey, like I would change that, but it seems to not be too much of an issue. What's interesting though is that the faces, actually the head sculpts they're using are the revised 2021 head sculpts. So in 2021, with Rock Angelz, they started using this revised 2001 head sculpt so that they could do the UV printing on it. And so a lot of people call it the UV head sculpt because it was like meant to be a little bit more flatter, a little less defined than the original Bratz head sculpt, to make sure that the UV printing went on correctly, or at least a little bit more passable for a Bratz doll. They're a little bit slightly enlarged compared to the normal Bratz dolls. I don't know if I have any good examples at the moment. I don't feel like taking my dolls apart right now. Oh, I guess, okay, we can look here. So this is GCDS Yasmin. She has the UV head sculpt. And then let's say, let's get Never Here. Never Here has the original 2001 head sculpt. So you can see there's a slight difference. It's a little bit more larger on this side. This one is the original one, so it's a little bit smaller. I don't mind it. Like, I don't see like a full, like a huge difference. I can see it being less defined. And maybe that's why people really dislike it. I think as long as they're not using the UV print method, I don't mind. I'm like, as long as we're getting pretty Bratz dolls, I'm okay. Like, as long as they're pretty and nice. I guess maybe it would make sense for them to just use the 2001 head sculpt, since they've been using it since fall 2022 again. So I don't know why they would go back to this UV sculpt when they're not doing the UV method. But maybe it's better for the spray method or the stamp method, whatever they're going to end up using ultimately. It seems like they're using both at the same time right now, so who knows. But that is the best way I can break down the UV head sculpt to you. But they're not using UV printing, so that is a plus. So hey. Moving on to Sasha. Off the bat, she's my least favorite, and that is like shocking to me. Like, I feel bad because I really love Sasha's designs typically. Her face, her overall design, and a lot of people have said this, it does give 2015 Bratz to an extent. I believe the headphones might be from the remix Bratz from 2016. Her design isn't bad. It just reminds me, it feels very similar to the V-Files doll from 2015, who was by far like the strongest 2015 design. So that's like not a bad thing, but I don't know. I think the pink is throwing me off with Sasha. I think the oranges and the yellow tones make sense with her, but then I see the pink and I feel like I'm not used to seeing Sasha with so much pink on her, and it's such like a jarring pink that it feels very like, I don't know, like Barbie-esque in a way. I don't think she's a bad doll by any means, but I was definitely a little bit shocked that this ended up being her design and it had so much pink incorporated into it. I don't know. But she's interesting. She comes with headphones. She comes with a Caperni bag, which I think is really cool. She has the lip gloss. She has a water bottle, a cell phone that has We're the Bratz on it. I do love that song. I can't lie. I love the song We're the Bratz. I think it's a good song. She has a necklace, sunglasses, earrings, of course, and herself. She comes with herself and her brush and her poster. A little bit underwhelming, I can't lie. I do wish she was just slightly better. The screening itself reminds me of the V-Files screening. It reminds me of that 2015 Bratz screening. But she's still pretty. I think she's pretty. I think ultimately, like, I am gonna like her, but I don't know. She's just not the strongest design in the collection to me, and that is okay. I'm gonna live with that truth. Moving on to Jade. Jade has been the butt of so much hate, and I have to come out as a Jade defender. So I think Jade, honestly, I love her design. I love her design. I think there are some things that I would have changed though. I like her hair. I don't mind her hair. I love her face. Her face reminds me kind of like the duct tape fashion screening from 2014. She's giving that kind of vibe to me. The glasses are very interesting. They look, I don't know, they look familiar. They look kind of like snow goggles. She comes with what appears to possibly be a necklace, a cell phone, a lip gloss, a bag, And then very oddly placed blow dryer and flat iron. I keep wanting to call it tongs because people keep saying they're barbecue tongs. And I think it's funny because they do kind of look like tongs in a sense, but it's supposed to be a flat iron. Like, I think we should be able to get the gist there. But it would be funny, like, I was joking around and saying that the blow dryer could be like to defrost the meats, and then the tongue would be to like flip the meats. Anyways, a brush, a poster. She has a few different pieces. She has earrings, of course. But looking at her pieces, I love the top half of her. I love her overshirt. I was a little bit, I don't know, thrown off that it was green, her like ribbed top, but I still think it's cute. Like, I like the top. She has a separate undershirt, which is white with a very big collar on it. And then she has this red and gray plaid, sort of long flannel on her. And I love all those pieces, honestly. Like, I like them. I enjoy them. The biker shorts, I don't know. I kind of would have changed those a little bit. And I don't like the fishnets. I don't like the fishnets, like, at all, to be honest. I do wish the holes in the fishnets were a little bit smaller, or maybe even have it be more of like a stocking material that goes all the way down to the boot. I think it would have looked a lot better. I think otherwise it looks a little bit strange on the bottom half. And then what's even more strange on the bottom half are those boots. The boots, rightfully so, deserve a lot of hate. I'll be very honest. The design themselves of the boots isn't bad when you see them in the artwork, but there's like no platform on those boots. And I don't know how all of these dolls can have like the largest platforms, and then Jade gets stuck with like this little tiny thing. I don't get it. I don't know why they did her like that. Otherwise, I do think she's an interesting doll. I think she's cute. I don't like the placement of the blow dryer or the flat iron. They look very, very oddly placed in the box compared, like, all the accessories are up here, and then all of her other accessories, like the hair stuff, is like below her purse. And I don't get that at all. But anyways, that's my judgment of Jade. Healthy criticism is good. I think what I just said was mostly healthy criticism. I have my own qualms about this, but I think a lot of people, especially when it comes to Bratz is under such a microscope in the online doll community that people are so willing to rip it to shreds when it's very clear that there was a lot of love going into this, and obviously a lot of thought going into the Alwayz Bratz dolls, despite like the things that maybe aren't the best. Like, you know, there's qualities about them that aren't good looking. And I think it's okay to be open about that and say it and give that criticism. But when it comes down to like, these are ugly dolls, or just like straight up ripping them apart, like every single bit of them apart, I don't like that, because I think there are redeeming qualities about the dolls. And I think at the end of the day, people are going to buy them. People are going to go to the store, or they're going to order them. There are people who want these dolls. And I just don't like the overwhelming negativity personally. And hey, like, you know what? Like, if you hate the dolls, you hate the dolls. But I feel like a lot of people say things just to say them and to, I don't know, just to be hateful. I think a lot of people love to be hateful. Not a lot of people, maybe just some, you know, bad seeds here and there. And I never see this type of criticism for doll brands that aren't performing the best and aren't delivering good quality dolls. And I feel like some brands, their fans will kind of like set the bar super duper low for like the outcome of the dolls for the same price point, mind you. And they'll like live for the dolls, and they'll be like, oh my goodness, like I'm gagging, whatnot. But then when Bratz delivers something that is of an equal price with better quality and more well thought out designs, it just receives a lot of hate. And I don't get that at all. Like, I don't know why, like, it's such an imbalance of criticism. Like, why can't, you know, and then like once you go to say something about that other brand, you'll get jumped on for it. So I don't get it. I don't. But I think for what it is, it's a $24.99 line, and I'm sure it'll go on sale here and there. Like, series, all the series dolls do that. The Kylie dolls went on sale often, and that's not an indicator that it's performing badly. It's just an indicator that the dolls went on sale. It happens all the time. Items go on sale all the time. And I don't know, however you acquire the dolls, I think as long as You know, if you're genuinely into the dolls and you want to support Bratz, the only way that we're gonna move up from this is to support the brand, buy the doll, and show retailers and show MGA that there is a demand for Playline Bratz. This is the very first brand new Playline collection since 2016. I think it's a pretty strong one, to be honest. I think it's the most promising thing that Bratz has done since it came back in 2021 with its dolls. So that's my thoughts and feelings on that. Yes, I do have things that I would have changed about this, but otherwise, I'm pretty impressed and I'm very excited. And honestly, it makes me emotional to see the dolls, like, you know, in this capacity, to see Bratz back in this place again where it can do this. And this is a huge risk, I think. I think it's a huge risk for MGA. I think retailers carrying the dolls know it's a huge risk for them as well. And I'm really hoping the best for this. And if you truly love Bratz and you want to see them succeed, please support this release, is all I'm going to say. I will be supporting this release. Even if and when I get the dolls sent to me for free, I think I'm still going to go out and buy a set or two because I love this. And I think it can only like go up from here. I think there's possibilities are limitless for Bratz. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they can come up with next. And hopefully they get the opportunity to. I think there's a lot of opportunity for new playline, new designs for other characters as well, new designs for our favorite characters, and hopefully some deluxe lines. We can get some extra outfits in there as well. I'm looking forward to if that ever happens. I hope it does. I hope MGA's got some stuff up their sleeves because we're going to talk about something very soon. But before that, we're going to talk about Bratz Babyz. Bratz Babyz. Bratz Babyz is the next big thing happening in January. And as of the time you're watching this, Bratz Babyz have made it to stores. If you didn't hear what I said before about the international releasing and the United States releasing, please just refer back to what I said then because I don't want to repeat myself. But again, just be patient. Like, I think these are going to be very widely available, hopefully very accessible. But Bratz Babyz is making a comeback. They are reproducing the Core 4 from 2004. These are the regular size babies, and I'll give you a little sneak peek. This is Chloe, and I honestly, like, it feels like I'm holding like an original Bratz baby, and that is honestly mind-boggling to me because I never thought in 2024 that we would get a Bratz Babyz reboot. It's been 20 years since Bratz Babyz originally came out in 2004. It's been 15 years since Bratz Babyz ended in 2008, and I didn't ever think we would see the day that Bratz Babyz would like come back like this. I think it's just honestly wild. And I think they're coming back kind of strong because these repros, they look almost like nearly exact replicas, and not even in like the, like, oh, it looks sort of the same, but isn't quite the same kind of replica. Like, these look like straight up, like they like just took dead stock from 2004 and said, hey, we're going to sell these again. But no, they're brand new dolls. They're brand new produced dolls, just, you know, reproductions of old dolls. And I think that's really, really cool. And the only thing missing, and honestly I'm okay with it, are the fabric diaper bags that they would come with. But otherwise, everything is the same. The chain handle is different. You'll see like it's an actual chain handle and not like the dog tag clips that they used to have on the baby bottles. But otherwise, they're like the same thing. The hair clips are in and out. Like, you could take the hair out and switch it around if you wanted to. It's like, it's just Bratz Babyz. And it's very simple, and they're only $12.99 US dollars each. That's a really good price. Like, a really, really good price. And so I'm okay, like, getting rid of the bags. I think if they added the bags, it wouldn't have been too much of a cost difference. But I think just to keep prices low, and to be very transparent, like, dolls, right now, dolls that are priced higher than $30 are not selling that well. So dolls under $20, not $20, dolls under $30 are great, which is why I think we're seeing a lot of $25 price points at the moment from MGA. But dolls even lower than that, lower than $15, hey, I think Bratz Babyz are pretty easy to produce, and I'm hoping that we get a lot of things for Bratz Babyz. So far, only the core 4 is confirmed and released. I hope that we get some more characters. I hope we get reproductions of characters from back then, but I also hope we get some new designs. I'm hoping for a Nevra and a Kumi, a Kiana potentially. I hope they finally release the Babyz Felicia that is unreleased currently, but I have her unreleased doll. But I do hope that they actually release her, like, in the future. Like, I think that would be a really cool thing for Bratz fans. And yeah, the only thing confirmed, though, from Babyz is Mini Bratz Babyz, which has no release date yet. The only thing that we know is that they're going to be, like, Mini Bratz, which is, like, you know, like a Mini Bratz. And it's going to be $10, and it'll probably have 2 Bratz Babyz per thing. Maybe some playsets, I would assume, kind of like how Mini Bratz is doing right now. But only time will tell when that even happens, because Mini Bratz releases, I don't know, they're kind of ramping up a little bit more, it feels like. So Mini Bratz Series 3 came out in November of 2023, and then very, very slowly Kylie Series 2 minis were starting to come out, but they're still not, like, officially released, which I guess will be, like, the next Mini Bratz release of 2024 will be Mini Bratz Kylie Series 2. And then I think after that, Kylie era is done, and then we'll probably segue into Mini Bratz Series 4, which will have, like, all of those minis that we saw in Isaac Larian's LinkedIn post, like Princess, and probably the rest of Formal Funk. Sorry, my foot is falling asleep. And my whole entire leg is, like, asleep right now. And all the other, like, things that we've been waiting for from Mini Bratz, I'm sure we will see with Series 4 of that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Mini Bratz is up to. But, like, right now, like, I think it's assumed Kylie is probably going to be, like, spring 2024, if not January. I suspect January is, like, the official time slot for Kylie Series 2 to go on sale. But yeah, it's weird. We haven't heard a lot of news about that since they just randomly pop up in stores. Some people will get them, and then, like, we never hear about it again. But there hasn't been many other updates on Mini Bratz, so I guess that'll just come in time. But I'm trying to think of what else. And there's really not much else confirmed. Something that did pop up, though, recently is the Bratz Celebrity Doll for 2024. Oh, and Bratz Slumber Party. But Bratz Celebrity Dolls for 2024, there are only 2 confirmed so far. It's the Bratz Celebrity Artist Doll. Emphasis on artist, so I think it's going to be a musical artist, personally. I think that's what makes the most sense. And it's a Style 1 and Style 2, so that means we'll probably get 2 looks. So 1 celebrity and then 2 dolls with different looks, kind of like we got with the Kylie dolls this past fall. These are expected to be $30 each. There's no other confirmation of, like, what the celebrity collab could be or what it'll look like. No confirmation on release date, but I am suspecting October, kind of like we got with Kylie. No confirmation if that celebrity is going to get minis, I believe. I don't think I've seen anything, like, alluding to that. Not a lot of info on the celebrity at the moment. Like, you can ask all you want, but I ain't got any answers for you, sorry. Designer dolls have been, like, in limbo since Moalola. We haven't gotten any, like, designer dolls since. I think Kylie was kind of like the designer slot of the 2023. Yeah, 2023. So that's very, very interesting. We didn't get any designer dolls except for, like, the Kylie, but that was a celebrity collab. Hopefully we do get a designer dolls. I'm very much holding out. I'm hoping we get a Heaven collaboration, like Marc Jacobs Heaven. I think that would be really cool. I would also love to see Blue Marine, because they kind of dipped their toes in the Blue Marine puddle with the Kylie Day doll, who was wearing a recreation of a Blue Marine 2-piece set. But I don't know. I think only time will tell, because there's no confirmation on designers, and we don't even know if the designer dolls are still coming out. So I'm sure they will. Like, I'm sure we will see designer dolls again, but, like, when that is, it's, like, just, there's no info out there. So again, I think sometimes people, like, expect information to just be, like, pulled out of nowhere. Like, I'm getting all my information just like publicly on like what is available. So if you ask me any other questions, I don't know. And this is not to everybody. This is just to some people, because people will be like, I'll be like, oh, look at the website. And then they'll still ask the question if the information's not on my website. And I'll be like, at that point, do you just want me to like make the information up? Do you want me to just like pull things out of my just to like give you the satisfaction of like an answer to an impossible question? I'm sorry. I do get a little bit frustrated at times just when I get asked like impossible questions and I'm like, is it on the website? And if it's like no, then it's like, I don't know what else to tell you, sorry. What else? We have Bratz Slumber Party. So these were actually confirmed via the Target inventory listings. So it looks like the theme line that we were supposed to get in the fall, which I think got kind of like pushed because of the Pretty and Punk line being pushed to the fall. It looks like we are getting Slumber Party. We are getting Yasmin, Chloe, Sasha, Jade, and Megan. They are expected to be $35 each, and release date, not really known at the moment. I am going to say, I think it'll be June. Or July, sorry, July, because July is when Pretty and Punk officially got released last year. Again, it's like a only time will tell kind of situation until we see something more or get a listing on Amazon that might have a release date. I'm noticing a typo now on my website. I hate that. But if you do want to see the Slumber Party line originally, check out the 2003 Dolls webpage on the Bratz section of the database on LickandBratz.com. And it looks like, based off of Mini Bratz Series 2 and 3, I think we'll get first edition Yasmin Slumber Party and then second edition for the rest of the characters, which I like. I like those versions of each of the characters, so I'm hoping that is what we get. And something to note, let me pull it out. Let me just get my trusty Mini Bratz collector case. So on the back of the packaging for the Slumber Party minis, it isn't the same as the original Slumber Party dolls. So it only mentions one outfit, which is the outfit they're wearing, and it mentions accessories generally, which a lot of Bratz dolls do. So there's no specific indicator of like what accessories could come with a potential repro, but it does mention there is a salon chair and like a vanity. Oh no, a makeup counter, sorry. So there's a makeup counter and a salon chair. Now, what that is, I don't quite know. And I don't know if like that is like going to be for the repro or if it was just on this box. But I feel like the back of the boxes have kind of been like indicators of like what could come with a repro. Because if you remember when Pretty and Punk, Megan and Eaton, the minis came out, you could see Pretty and Punk Sasha on the back. So it was kind of like a little Easter egg. So I don't know if this is an Easter egg, but my friend Emil at Bratz of the World pointed this out, that it says that there is going to be a makeup counter and a salon chair potentially, and it only mentions one outfit. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of the outfits got axed. And the only other missing accessory that it says, it doesn't mention the stuffed animal, I believe. I could be missing it, but it doesn't mention the stuffed animal, which is kind of sad because I do love the stuffed animals, but it could be cute if they came with the Bratz Babyz pets instead. I don't know. I don't know how far like into the production these dolls are, so I don't know. I do hope they change Jade's bag. I did mention this in my mini Bratz video. I don't know if I uploaded it yet, so ignore me if you haven't seen that yet, if it's not up yet. But there is somewhat of a racist caricature on Jade's bag from Slumber Party, so I do hope that they change that to something else. Either completely get rid of it or replace it maybe with the Cool Cat logo. I think would be a really cool option because it would kind of match the other bags from that line very well. But yeah, Slumber Party is most likely going to happen. I am going to suspect July. And other than everything I just mentioned, there has been no other listings, no other indicators of other dolls coming out in the new year. Of course, everything is very much subject to change. So this is kind of just what we have so far. There's, again, like I cannot pull information out of nowhere. So I don't know if there's anything else happening. I hope there's more happening. I would love to see more Bratz in the new year. I would love to see more Bratz Babyz, more regular Bratz, more designer dolls, hopefully a cool celebrity. I don't know who the celebrity is, so that's going to be really fun to see what Bratz is up to this year in 2024. But that's it. That's really it. unless I'm missing something. But you can stay tuned for my Bratz Babyz review, which is happening very, very soon. So make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Bratz and doll content. And also to stay tuned for the Bratz Babyz review, which will be coming to my YouTube channel and to lookinbratz.com, which is the ultimate Bratz fan-made website. So definitely check that out. There's a lot of goodies on there, a lot of cool updates coming soon. And follow me on all socials at Lookin' Bratz, hold the G on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. And let me know in the comments. Let me know what your Bratz wish list is. What do you want to see Bratz do in 2024? What are you hoping for? Even though there's not much, I feel like we're not working with much at the moment, but hopefully something spills soon. We need some tea. We need some good tea coming. So let me know in the comments what you're hoping for from Bratz in 2024. And without further ado, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all. Oh, we're already in 2024. I was gonna say I'll see y'all in the next year, but we are in the next year. It's 2024. I'm filming this in 2023, so you are in the future. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Hey Angels, it's Dom a day later. So last night I was filming. I filmed a lot of videos last night. You'll probably see I'm wearing like the same outfit and I have like the same exact look in all the videos. But when they come out, of course, because I don't know. I never know my timelines with anything at this point. I'm trying to get things out a little bit faster and just trying to fast track a little bit more. But anyways, regardless of that, I did want to talk about something that I totally skipped over. Like it skimmed in my mind because I was thinking about all of the Bratz things and I totally forgot to touch on this subject because the news broke yesterday that, well, in the past 2 days, My Scene is coming back. And it's been confirmed via three Amazon listings for Barbie, Madison, and Chelsea. So the line is called My Scene Collector. My Scene was Mattel's sort of answer to Bratz, but there was a few answers to Bratz in Mattel's history, of course. And there's another upcoming answer, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But it looks like My Scene is coming back in collector form in $40 dolls. I don't know what these are really going to be about. Nobody really does. So that is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And it's like one of those things, like I never expected a Bratz Babyz comeback and I never expected a My Scene comeback. I always felt like My Scene, although a lot of love went into the brand, and I feel like a lot of that can be attributed to Lily Martinez, who was a very dedicated doll designer. She really cared a lot about what she was creating. And I think the same is the case for current Barbie designers, but I do feel like their visions are very much watered down by Mattel. But I talk about that in some videos, and, you know, I have some strong feelings about that. Because there's a lot of talented people there, but I feel like they just don't get what they deserve at the end of the day. I feel like their visions are very watered down. But anyways, it's going to be interesting to see if something does happen with My Scene, especially at a $40 price point. That is about like a Barbie signature type deal in that price range. So who knows what kind of quality we're going to get with My Scene? Who knows what kind of like designs we would get with My Scene? I do have kind of a wish list. And I think on my wish list, I would say is Hayden Williams. I've loved his My Scene illustrations he's done over the past few years. They're always very cute. I love the designs, very cool concepts. I would love to see Angel Kent on that, and I would also love to see Mark Jonathan do something with My Scene. I think that would be like part of my dream team. Oh, we'll talk about that. My dream team for a My Scene sort of reboot, but I guess that'll all come in time. Apparently those are coming out in August, so my birthday month. We'll see how I'm feeling about My Scene whenever that comes around. I don't have the links to those. They're floating around somewhere. I'm sure you can find it if you search it up. Yeah, My Scene is coming back, and then yesterday, as I'm filming this now, there was another leak of these 4 dolls from the Barbie brand, and I'm not going to share pictures only because I don't want my account to get flagged, and I don't want my account taken down or anything, or this video to get taken down, but it's called Barbie Dream Teens, and there are 4 girls in this line, and very, very reminiscent of some 4 girls you might know of: Yasmin, Chloe, Sasha, and Jade. In this line, of course, it is Barbie, Malibu Barbie, Brooklyn Barbie, and then there is Teresa and Renee. It would honestly be funny if they called Brooklyn Barbie like Nikki, and then they did Renee as Kira, because those were like the names, like, 20 some odd years ago when Bratz was out. Those were Barbie's friends, but now everything's kind of like changed, which is fine. I do appreciate when they have character names though. I don't like the nameless character thing, honestly. Like, it's just not my cup of tea, to be honest. I know some people feel differently. I know that it can kind of encourage imaginative play, but I do like a little bit more personality and something like, a little bit like, I need that extra oomph with my dolls and the characters. I need something more attached to it, honestly, and I think that might just be a product of having grown up with Bratz and kind of that all the personalities felt developed with the main characters, and it felt like they kind of had their own things going on with those sort of common goals. The Dream Teens, they look very interesting. And so Isaac Larian, the CEO of MGA, has already kind of sounded off on LinkedIn, as he does. And he did bring up some interesting things. Definitely he mentioned that the dolls were very uninspired. And I will say, I think they look cute, but definitely they're lacking something. And I think it's, I don't know. I can't even tell you what it is. I think they are lacking kind of like a personal vibe. Like, they do feel kind of like they feel like Mycene mixed with Mattel Bratz, mixed kind of with the My First Barbies. Like, they kind of remind me of the My First Barbie dolls in a sense, with the scale and everything. The sculpts are definitely very similar to the Mattel Bratz, but the lips look a little bit more deflated, and the eyes and everything, they look a little bit more anime-like. I'm interested in seeing how these turn out. They kind of remind me of those video game hero dolls that Barbie came out with a few years ago, but not quite the same. They remind me of a few different things, but they also do remind me of Bratz. Some of the color palettes remind me of the Mattel Bratz, especially the Isabel character, who was the Yasmin of the Mattel Bratz group. That Teresa doll, like, the designs look very similar. If you see the pictures, if you search up Barbie Dream Teens, it should pop up. But I think they are going to change the name or something along whenever these come out. These are expected to come out in June, which makes sense because that is when the doll aisles and everything reset, is like June, July. So you can probably expect to see these on shelves by then. I'm surprised Isaac said something so soon. Like, it's gonna be a crazy time to be a doll collector, I think. And a lot of people thought this doll renaissance was over, but very clearly, I think the rivalries are still going. They're a little bit heated. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. But they might be called Barbie Dream Besties, and very interesting name choices. And something else on the packaging, you can see that they're using the 80s Barbie logo that they used for the movie promotional stuff. So I wonder, like, I think they're trying to like have people like feel familiar with whatever this is going to be. The fact that it's like one outfit and all the accessories, like, it's definitely on par with all of the dolls that have come out in the past few months. Like, OMG has kind of switched to that. Rainbow High has kind of switched to that. Bratz is kind of switching to that model, and Barbie and all of them, Monster High, of course, have all really switched to that sort of one outfit, more accessories type model. And those are going to be $20 each. So it's going to be interesting to see how they compete with Bratz, which are currently $25 each. And I'm very intrigued to see what both Mattel and MGA do, because this is definitely another... It's always been like this, and I laid it out like this. LOL Surprise OMG was then spawned the creation of Barbie Extra. Then LOL Surprise Tweens sparked Barbie Extra Minis. LOL Surprise the Tots spawned the creation of Barbie Extra Mini Minis, and then Rainbow High and Shadow High kind of spawned the revival of Monster High, and now I think we're going to be seeing Bratz sort of spawning the revival of Mycene, but also these Barbie Dream Besties Teens new line that is probably going to see Barbie go more into a teenage type vibe like the Bratz have always had, even though the Bratz are kind of adults now. But it's going to be an interesting time this year, and I'm looking forward. I like healthy competition. I like seeing like what, because I feel like MGA really does set the trends on the toy market. Although I do feel like Mattel in turn did set the trends of accessories over outfit pieces, but I feel like MGA really sets like the model of like how people and brands will do doll lines, they always kind of have like the Chloe, the Yasmin, the Sasha, and the Jade. And we're seeing that definitely with what Mattel is trying to do here. But if My Scene comes back, I would love to see them do Noli and Delancey and Kenzie and those characters. I would love to see them all come back, but we'll see what happens with all that in the future. That is months from now, and I feel like we should just be focusing on the goodness that Bratz is bringing us. And I'm really hoping this is late in the fire under MGA's butt to do more with Bratz and to really go full force with Bratz, because there's a lot of untapped potential. We're getting there, but we need to really, really get there. That's all I had to add to that. Again, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on all socials. They're all linked in the description. And go to lookinbratz.com, which is also in the description. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.